ourselves. So let's get comfortable in any position. We'll just softly close or lower the eyes. And we'll settle into the breath a bit. Allowing some patience as you start to notice your breath, noticing where it expands, where it feels like it doesn't expand, noticing if you feel any congestion today. Noticing how it feels to breathe into the upper body, the upper lungs. Maybe you feel your chest and collarbones lift up. Noticing as you exhale how that feels. Noticing as your breath expands into the middle area, and then the sides and the back body. And how it feels to exhale. Breathing into the lower body, you might feel your tummy expand, the low back. Noticing how it feels to breathe deeply, or if it is less available to breathe deeply. How it feels to exhale. Feel into your feet, the legs, the pelvis, the pelvic floor, and the hips. All of this grounding energy, all of this stable earth energy. Just feeling into that area. Feel into your sides and your arms, your shoulders, your hands, your fingers. We want to take 9 breath cycles that, with our mind's eye, with our breath, we can imagine the breath as we inhale from the feet, like thinking about smooth energy flowing. You might see it as a color. You may see it as, I don't know. I think of color. I think of like a thick marker line almost. Smooth flowing. Up from the feet as you inhale all the way up through the body, as high up as it can go without straining your breath. And as you exhale, stream it down through your arms, through the fingers. So we're taking the breath and the energy up from the legs, through the torso, just so much that you feel comfortable, not kind of like if I try too hard to breathe, sometimes I get out of breath beyond the point. Out through the chest, the shoulders, the arms, and the hands. Take 7 more breaths like that, your breath cycles. The next inhale, draw the hands to the heart. Exhaling, bowing to your light, bowing to your own heart. Taking another breath to acknowledge and honor the light within each other, practicing today in this moment and each other out there. Let that go. Gentle blink open the eye. So we're going to take the middle and the pointer fingers together from the bridge of the nose up over the eyebrows to the temples. I always think of it as like a little fountain at the third eye and the temples. I just do alternating. You could do both at the same time if you prefer. I just run my fingers gently up and over through the forehead to the temples. Wherever feels good. It may be close to the eyebrows a little bit. You might bring it up towards the hairline. I'm doing it as circles. So I bring my fingers back under my eyes to the bridge of my nose. When I do that part, it's very gentle. Stay at the temples, making some circle. At the temples, but a little further back towards the ear. Run your hands up and down in front of the ears, right? Like at the jaw. Right underneath the ears, behind the jaw. Ooh. This area tends to be kind of sensation, a lot of sensation, a lot of, especially if you tend to clench your jaw, this area can be a lot. Or if you have like sinus congestion or throat irritation, allergies, these sort of things, this area, really great area to do self-massage because it gets stuck where the jaw, the skull, and the first vertebrae all come together right here. There's like a tiny little keyhole underneath the ear at the intersection of those three bones. Let that go. Good. Let's roll the shoulders. Movement in the neck, as long as it's okay. Taking the head from one shoulder down to the other. Not pulling, not tensing anywhere. Coming back to neutral, cat-cow. Keep going with your cat-cows. Good. Take the hands to the shoulders, make some circles with your elbows. The next time your elbows come back, go ahead and let the arms come down. Spreading out the fingers with the palms up. Maybe the fingers come down to the sides, touching the mat. The thumbs probably won't. My pointer finger is, but yep, there's my pinky. Kind of just like feel out and see what can come down. I have my shoulders rolling back. Shoulder blades are anchoring to the ribs and the back, kind of flattening them out. I'm not back bending. The spine is in, up. The ribs are up, in, drawing in, lifting up. Not forward. Good, neutral spine. Stretch your arms up. Your eyes might lift up if it's okay. Reach through your sides, relax through your jaw, relax through your hips and your legs. Try to keep the hands relatively soft as you reach. Press the hands down together into the heart. And back up. Big breath through the sides, exhale through the arms. Good, inhale, stretch up. Down to the heart. Exhale. Back up. And out, all the way down. Bring your hand to the opposite leg, round your back. Stretch your arms up. Exhale to a nice forward fold. Walk your hands up. Go ahead and change your leg position if you would like to. Rolling the shoulders. Moving the neck down through center to the side. I'm not big on making full circles. It's like we're keeping it kind of like side to side. Bring your chin back to neutral, your head to neutral. Just easy, like turn your head over towards the right, just so much that it's okay. No pain, no pulling. Take the chin down towards your shoulder. So you're looking down towards your shoulder. Keep your other shoulder drawing back. Bring it back to neutral, other side. Down towards the shoulder. This one anchors back so that the side of the neck muscles get a little bit of stretch, a little bit of sensation. And back. Cat-cow. Upright, stretch your arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Walk your hands back. Good. Let's go ahead and roll forward into a table. Flowing through your cat-cows and your tabletop. Take the hands forward, come up to down dog. Breathing. And come all the way forward. We'll bend into the knees and come up. Strong through the front body to lift yourself up. You might stretch your arms out and bring them down to your sides. If that breathing mindfulness exercise was interesting for you, to inhale energy activation up through the body, and as you exhale, imagining it coming through the arms. You can do that throughout every breath cycle. It might be an interesting practice. And it's okay if that's not for you today. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, step into plank pose. We're taking 3 breath cycles in plank. Knees can be up or down. Hands are activating towards each other. Neck stays aligned. Chin draws in just a little bit to take care of the neck. One more breath. The next exhale, draw the knees down if they're not down. Hug your elbows towards you and lower down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, press to down dog. Big exhale. Down dog, breathe. All the way forward. Take your time rising up. Exhale to mountain pose. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, forward fold. Ooh. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to plank. Hold it. One breath. 2. 3. Exhale, lower down. The hands activate as if they were opening outside, as if they were rotating towards the pinkies. Cobra, inhale. Exhale, down dog. Come all the way forward. Take your time rising up. Relax the arms to your sides. Good. We're going to step the right foot back into crescent lunge. Arms up. Step forward. Left foot back. Arms up, crescent lunge, left leg back. Good, step forward, arms to the side. Right foot back, crescent lunge. Find your alignment. You might need to move your feet into place. Rise and sink with it. So I'm drawing my back knee down towards the ground and coming back up. As I sink down, my front knee doesn't extend beyond my heel. If it does, I need a little more space probably. Lifting, sinking, doesn't have to be big. Could be little movements. Little movements are awesome. They're not easier. Not about that. Good. Bring your hands down, step back into plank, come into your chaturanga, up dog or your cobra. Exhaling, press to down dog. Sometimes it takes a really strong exhale to push up to down dog. Come forward. Rise up. Mountain. Good. Left leg back. Crescent lunge. Rise and sink with it. My inhale lifts me up. My exhale sinks me in. My inhale is coming from my feet all the way up through my torso and exhaling through my hands. Awesome. Step back into plank, hands down, step back, roll through chaturanga your way. Exhaling, press to down dog. Come all the way forward. Rise up. Relax, mountain. Might roll your arms in and out. You might roll forward and back on your feet. A little movement here sometimes. Just letting softness in. Good. Take your right foot, step it into warrior one. So I'm just going to angle it out. Step it back, the toes and the heel come down. Warrior one. Something I was thinking about the other day, was thinking about starting warrior one with my torso turned a little bit more like with the back leg. And then turning it towards my front leg. Kind of like doing that a few times just to feel the twist that occurs. I don't know about you. As I do that, this is my left leg is forward. My right side of my low back gets a little crunchy, gets a little, so I'm just holding extra space there, trying to like create some space so it doesn't feel crunched up. Good, let it go. Take your back foot to step it forward, however you need to get it there. Take your other foot back. Warrior one. set up. You might like this kind of like practice of exploring, starting and then turning. It doesn't have to be huge. It can just be like a small few like inches. And step all the way forward. Let it go. Stretch up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. We're going to take the right leg back. I like pillow for my knees. So I'm going to take my pillow down. Right foot comes all the way back. Draw the knee down. Walk your hands up the front leg. Energy lifting up through this back leg, very strong. More than dropping forward. More lift up than forward. Toes can be tucked in the back if that's supportive for your balance. Doesn't have to be. Hold on to your right arm, lift it up, and just slightly to the left. Let your hands come down, lengthen out your front leg. Point the toes up. Maybe you rock it forward and back just a little bit. My front leg is not straightening out all the way. I'm giving just a little easy rocking. Drawing back through the sits bones. Hold it. Bend back into your front knee. We're taking our back foot to warrior one again. So I'm moving my pillow, bringing my back foot down. Core lifts me up. Right into warrior one. Lengthen out the front leg, coming to pyramid, leveling out the hips. Lift up your kneecap, engage your quads so this leg is strong and stable. You can use blocks, you can hold onto your leg, you can get creative with what you've got around. Relax your heart, relax your head. Bend into that front knee, use your core strength to rise up. Maybe the hands come together above you, or they're working in that direction. Tuck the tail underneath you. Lift up your heart. Maybe you come into a slight back bend, or not back bending in the low back. So I'm trying to level out here. The pelvis is more upright. Lifting up the heart. Let it go. Step forward. Again, roll in and out, roll forward, back. Soften your jaw, letting go of areas that have become tensed from all of that. Gotcha. Forward fold, let it go. Stay in your forward fold another breath or two. You might sway a little side to side. And your half lift and the left leg is coming back. Bring the knee down, walking the hands up the leg. Find your stability. Arms might come up. If it's more stable or more interesting to focus in on the sensation of lifting in the quads and the back leg, we're getting a quad stretch here by lifting upwards. You could hold just your hands gentle at your leg if that's preferred. It will give more activation upwards. Breathing. Hold on to your left wrist, lift it up and slightly over. Bring the hands down. We're gonna lengthen out this front leg and give it a little space and time. Rocking forward and back. Drawing back through the sits bone. Hold it and breathe. And back into your front knee. If you have a pillow, move it to the side. Back foot to warrior one, rise up. Hands up, maybe together. Lift up through the heart. So lift through like the front of the high part of my sternum, right up at the collarbones. And out, lengthen out your leg into your pyramid. Bend into that knee and rise up. Step forward. Standing mountain. Good, we're gonna open out wide onto the mat. Not a lot wide today, just kind of wanna be here, lift up, level out the outsides of the feet so the feet are parallel to fold. Bend your knees and come back up. Set up to the right, opening out the right toes. Come to side angle, stretch open through your side body. Be here and breathe. I'm lifting energy through my feet, through my legs, through my pelvic floor, through my sides. And as I'm exhaling, I'm keeping the strength of my arms, keeping the openness of my hands, and imagining the exhale going through them. Come up into triangle. If you like stretching your hand overhead in triangle or up and down, might press your hand into the leg. You might hold on to the leg or use a prop. Come out. Rotate your foot. If it's okay to do it with your hands behind you and releasing the fingers, lifting up the heart, rolling the arms back to fold. Arms up, head down. If that strains your hands, if it doesn't feel safe or steady, don't worry about it. Yeah, just bring your hands down. We'll all guide the hands down to the low back, run them down the legs, and give a good stretch side to side. One more time, side to side. And take your time rising up. Open out to the left. Settle into your position for your side angle. Taking this back arm up. Breathe. One more breath. Slowly lengthen out that front leg, shifting the pelvis up into triangle. Maybe you stretch overhead, maybe you keep your arm up. Maybe you do triangle with your top hand sliding behind you into the other hip crease. That could be a variation. Slowly come out, rotate to your wide forward fold. Take a moment to do what feels good for you. And we'll ease up. All the way up. Come back, shake it out. Just want to do a simple quad stretch today, and you are welcome to do any balancing pose that is being called up. Just want to focus in on the quads, so feel free to use a wall, use anything that you've got to help. If it's helpful to put your foot onto something, if like reaching for it doesn't quite work out or is more strenuous than helpful. I don't know if you can see, I have a couch right here that I can just like put my foot on the arm of the couch. Kind of cool at home. A little refinement for your quad stretch is to check out your ankle and the direction of your foot. If your toes are kind of rolling in towards the big toe, roll them out a little bit more towards the pinky toe, like kind of spread out your toes. Check the alignment of your foot. Easy, come out to the other side. Same thing could happen in like in pigeon pose, where that back leg, sometimes the foot rolls in. You just gotta kind of check it out because it does affect up into the hip flexors. And one more breath. Easy out. Good. I want to just come to the front of the mat. We're going to take a wide forward or a forward fold, but maybe your feet are a little wide, not like a wide forward fold. So I just separate my feet out a bit more, let them angle out a little bit more at the front of my mat. Giving space for my torso to come down more. Maybe I rock, maybe I kind of hang. Shake the head a little bit. Gonna get the top of the shoulders to relax and let go of the arms. Easy, bring your knees down to your table. Bring your hips back into child's pose. Options for child's pose: have the hands forward. Have the arms forward, but the palms together, bending the elbows behind your neck towards the upper back. Devotional pose. Or having the arms to your sides, so your feet are, so your hands are near your feet. This lets the shoulders lets them go. Lets the shoulders round. Take your time coming up. Let's join together in our butterfly. I really like a pillow kind of supporting at the sacrum and the tailbone for seated poses. It feels nice to rock. It feels nice to, again, I like to do the same thing I do with my neck, starting from one knee down to center to the other side. Just rocking the boat a little bit here. And when it feels good to drop into center, just letting things go. Another opportunity for the shoulders to let go of the head. Coming up. All right, let's take the left leg forward. Right foot close in here, like a tree pose. Lift your pelvis up. Tip it forward. Draw the sits bones back to fold. Walk your hands up. We're going to take it to twist. Right knee up and over. Hug across the body. Draw your knee towards the other shoulder. And let your twist naturally come into form. Maybe you keep your arm wrapped around the knee. Maybe you bring your arm to the outside of the knee. And check what's happening with your hands. They're open, but they're gentle. Angling the chin towards the shoulder. Mouth. And we're going to shift the legs into a seated figure 4. So I'm propping up my ankle above the knee. Hands can come back wherever. Sliding your other foot towards you. Easy breezy pose. Maybe you rock the legs. The higher you lift your heart towards the legs, or the closer the legs come towards your heart, the more sensation you'll find. So you can always adjust your foot closer. You can press into the hands, making it more active to draw the heart up. And you don't have to. Easy, come out. Setting up on the other side, I'm readjusting my seat. Right leg is forward. Lift the pelvis over the leg. Walk your hands back up, setting up your twist. The extended leg is aligned, the toes are up. If the toes roll towards the pinky toe, bring it to a line. Ground into that leg, set up your twist. Checking your hands. As I roll my chin towards my back shoulder here, I'm also drawing this shoulder back a little bit. The other shoulder back. It's pulling this knee towards it. Easy unravel from your twist, setting up into your seated figure 4. There's the space, your ankle between the foot and the that like little ankle bone there that sticks out, that little channel, I'd say. You can kind of set that up above the knee. That's where I find it most comfortable. Seated figure 4. Rock if it feels good. And slide out. Good. Bring your feet down. Boat pose, any of the options, feet could come up. Legs could extend. You might use your hands on your legs to help support yourself, drawing the shoulders back, lifting up across your collarbones. Low belly in, long spine. One more breath where you're at. And slowly come down all the way to your back. Here we are, letting the spine relax. You might hug your knees in. You hug your knees in towards your heart, and then very, very small activation of your tailbone towards the mat. So I'm kind of like drawing my pelvis down a little bit away from my knees. You might find a little interesting stretch sensation in the hip joint. Take your arms and legs up. Move your ankles, move your wrists. Moving the feet in and out. Moving them up and down, pointing the toes, flexing the feet. Make circles with your wrists and your ankle. Change direction of the circle. Good, hug the knees again. Happy baby. Taking a moment to stretch the legs, bend the knees. Do what feels good. Bring the feet together, opening the knees out for a little butterfly with the legs lifting up. Bring the feet down. Knees can draw together, feet open. Daydreamer pose. Take the left leg up, run your hands behind the leg. Check your feet, check your foot there. And go ahead and cross it over for a figure four. Letting the heart soften, letting the back body soften. Bring the legs out. Coming out as you went in. Change sides. Crossing the leg for figure 4. Noticing here if there's areas that are holding. Like if your arms are really tensed up, is there a way to do this a little softer? If you're straightening the upper back, and you adjust. Come out. Bringing the legs either back into Daydreamer or Butterfly, if that's okay for you. I prefer Daydreamer personally, unless I have cushions to support my knees in Butterfly. Your knees are open in Butterfly, go ahead and bring them back up. And we'll shift to twist. Any of the twists that feel best for you. Hopefully you can relax into it, and where you find yourself tensing to hold the pose, try to let it go and let the body slide where it will. As long as your back, your sacrum, your pelvis is okay. Come out of your twist to the other side. And come on out. Take a moment doing what feels good for you. When you're ready to settle into Shavasana, coming into a very relaxed and mindful position. Softening back into the breath. Softening or closing your eyes. Noticing as your thoughts come up, acknowledging them, but not holding on to them. You might envision a cloud going by. You might envision a wave of the ocean. Any imagery that's helpful for you. Just keep continuously coming back to the breath.